beats.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So, today we're going to be talking about Adonis Stevenson, and I didn't want to come up with a video on this because I wanted a little bit more information on this, and I wanted to wait a little bit longer, hoping that maybe that his recovery would be a lot quicker, but it's come out in the boxingscene.com today that he is still in pretty bad shape. And according to the Boxing Scene, it says Adonis Stevenson suffers from severe traumatic brain injury. Okay, in the article it states Adonis Stevenson suffers from severe traumatic brain injury, which requires mechanical respiratory assistance, deep sedation, and specialized neurological monitoring. According to Dr. Alexis Turgan, the specialist physician at the Quebec City Hospital, where the 41-year-old former world light heavyweight champions remained since last Saturday's 11th round knockout loss to Alexander Vodstick in Quebec City. Mr. Stevenson underwent surgery on the night of Saturday to Sunday and has since been admitted to the intensive care unit. He suffers from severe traumatic brain injury. His situation is still stable under the circumstances, but critical, said Turgeon of the Hospital de Infant Jesus during a public update on Stevenson. His condition requires mechanical respiratory assistance, deep sedation, and specialized neurological monitoring. It is too early to comment on Mr. Stevenson's long-term prognosis. I urge the media to be very cautious about distributing medical information that does not come from an official medical source. And that's another reason I didn't even say anything about this, because I wanted to make sure all the facts were right about this. Also, it says further, Mr. Stevenson's family thanks supporters for their many messages of empathy and support over the past few days. Read the release. They want to be at the bedside of Mr. Stevenson and ask everyone to respect their privacy. Stevenson showed serious concussion symptoms when initially admitted, listed in critical condition and placed in a medically induced coma, and later upgraded to stable. And later on in the article it states, on Tuesday, Vodstick offered encouragement to Stevenson in a short video, saying, Adonis, you are a really strong man, and keep strong, said Vodstick. I wish you recover faster. I know you'll pass through it. Quote. Now, it's just really tragic that something like this had to happen, especially to a big name like Adonis Stevenson. He was a really good champion, one of the best dudes in that light heavyweight division, but it was just, I don't know, man. It just sucks that this had to happen to him. And I think his age might have caught up with him. And I think another thing that might have caught up with him was that war that he had with Badu Jack. That war that he had with Badu Jack in this last fight, dude, I mean, that was a friggin' war, dude. They was friggin' banging in that fight. And I know he took a lot of damage in that fight. And I wish he might have just took a little bit of time off from that fight, or even took an easier fight. I know he's a tough-ass dude, and dude, he's fighting killers in that division, and they're all hard-hitting ass dudes. And I just had a feeling going into this fight that it was going to be a really bad matchup going against a dude like Alexander Vodstick, because I know the dude is super technical, has a lot of volume of punches, and he's a friggin' hard hitter, man. Like, he lays people out. And for Adonis Stevenson to go up against a guy like that, man, I just wish that he would have just took an easier road, man, you know. But I hope Adonis Stevenson has a fast recovery, and it just goes to show the brutality of the sport of boxing, dude. I mean, when these fighters put it out there, man, these dudes are literally putting their life on the line. Deontay Wilder actually came out at the media press conference yesterday, and he was saying the same thing. Whenever you get in that ring, dude, you're putting your life on the line. You are putting your life, you're putting your health, you're risking your friggin' life when you get up in that damn ring. And it just sucks that this had to happen to a dude like Adonis Stevenson. And he's not the only dude that this has happened to. The last time I heard about something like this happening was last year with Daniel Franco. He's a fighter out of Rancho Cucamonga, and he suffered a severe brain injury in the same exact way. He had a brutal knockout loss in June 2017, and dude, it just sucks that that had to happen to him. And thankfully, he was able to recover from that. And another guy that happened to last year was Tim Hague. Tim Hague, he was an MMA fighter. He was actually in the UFC. had a good mixed martial arts record. His boxing record wasn't so good, though. He was 1-3 in boxing, and he ended up suffering the same type of deal where he ended up having severe traumatic brain injury. And unfortunately, he didn't make it at all. He ended up dying from that injury. And like I said, when these fighters go into that ring, dude, they're putting their life on the line. They're putting their life at risk. And it's a serious deal when you're getting hit in the head like that from these hard-ass punchers. And then even people that do happen to make it out the sport, you'll have dudes like Muhammad Ali, dudes like Sugar Shane Mosley, where you can see that where he has slurred speech. And even one of the worst cases that you would probably see in one of these boxers is a fighter, Terry Norris, who when he fought Julian Jackson back in the day, who was one of the hardest friggin' hitting punchers in probably the history of boxing, pound for pound, he's probably one of the hardest hitting dudes in boxing. And Terry Norris got hit by this dude, and even to this day, his life still isn't the same. I mean, the way that he talks, even when he tried to continue on with his career, that knockout was so devastating that they couldn't even give him a license anymore, because when he would go into fights, he would literally get touched and get knocked out. And dude, it just sucks that these fighters got to go through that. But when they choose this as their profession, that's one of the risks that they know that they're willing to have to take. So I hope Adonis Stevenson has a super fast recovery. And when he does recover, I hope he just hangs it up and doesn't worry about the sport again. He had a very great career, pretty much accomplished everything that he needs to accomplish in the sport. And it's just time for him to ride off into the sunset with this, man. So all you people that are out there listening, make sure you send your prayers out for Adonis Stevenson and his family and wish him a speedy recovery. Okay, you guys? So I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments, make sure to put them up in the comment section, and I'll be sure to hit you guys up. Okay, so I hope you liked the video. Holla at your boy.